friends. Welcome to the Undertale 10th anniversary stream. It is amazing that it's been 10 years, and it's been about 4 years since we were here on this couch. And we've basically been here ever since, so I'm glad you finally came back.
Has Toguri overtaken Kara? Can I get confirmation? No, okay.
Nope, it's Chara.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. The true name.
Remember, you can still donate to fight back.
Now, not to get people too excited, but it does look like we're about to get Bruce Sands in about 5 seconds.
And we're there.
There, we did it.
Ta-da! That is a very strong
We
start.
will be able to see Verse Sands.
Yeah, all the money that is being raised through the direct donations and through the auctions is going to MSF.
Toguri surpassed Chara LOL.
Did it?
Need to change the name back.
Yep.
All right.
Hit the reset button.
Toguri reset. New option appears on the menu. Floey's evil talking voice clip comes from the laugh sample, and his laugh sample is just a generic stock laugh effect with a filter on it. That's why you can hear it in some other games. I think everyone knows this, but Toriel's theme is just a repurposed song I made from an Earthbound fan album a long time ago. The song was always called Fallen Down, but ironically, that name was chosen because it was composed of the concept of being a game over theme, similar to the one in Zelda 1. Time to change name.
I would love to be able to do this every single time we get to a new save point.
So we are still good for Togor. It's getting locked in.
I forgot to tweet about being alive BRB.
Okay. Yeah.
I wonder why the first area is called the Ruins. Did you ever hear about Brain Dish? I mean Brain Lord, I mean Brandish.
That's right.
If anybody doesn't know what Brandish is, it's the cereal that has the sun guy as the mascot holding 2 scoops. That was definitely the hardest level in Mario, when the sun scoops down at you and throws raisins. It's because cereal gives you plaque, and while you're wondering about that, you're going to be reading the nutritional information, which is kind of like ancient chemical hieroglyphics. And sometimes there's like a maze on the back or something. I remember being on a plane and showing this to an old man next to me who wanted to see my game. He didn't understand it, but he was very nice and polite about it.
Nice.
I told him to tell his kids about the game. I don't know if he ever did. He was probably like, this is mid, they should play Minecraft.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons that I was initially distrustful of Toriel is because the monsters here, like, they know not to mess with her.
What do they know that you don't?
Yeah. What have I not seen yet?
Yeah.
She is the boss.
But I do I recognize now. Yeah, she's just in charge.
Big boss. If you notice, Toriel never ever uses contractions. This is her special super duper homestuck typing quirk. She still has it in Deltarune for some reason. Be normal, mom, you're embarrassing me.
My daughter is now in kindergarten.
Originally she
so
was
it's called
going
a
to
mom
be
thing.
human.
I really feel
Or
that
look
now.
human. Some kind of motherly goddess. Honestly, it was too close, the Breath of Fire 3. I'm glad she's instead some sort of furry-like creature. Well, I don't know if I'm glad. But you guys seem glad. Well, I don't know if all of you are glad that some of you seem glad. She has little weird hands because I had to draw them.
Bokoska, no clue. I've never heard that before. Toby, can you give us a quick rundown of the thrust of this game?
You mean Undertale? Basically, it involves rocks. The name of a few characters in this game came from a random English word website. That includes Napstabluke and Ascari. Ghost Fight, which is the music of the Now, was actually a song I made for a Super Nintendo style music compilation thing. I mean, I don't think the character really has anything to do with jazz at all. But I like the game off, so I figured that putting jazz with a ghost could be a fitting combination. I like character designs that are kind of confusing and make you question what you're looking at. That's why this frog character has 2 faces. I mean from character, I mean from character, I mean frog character. Toguri is winning so much right now. This is the power of something. I can't believe you're fighting your vegetables. Because of the existence of Floey, I generally avoided using plant-based monsters or having them at all because I feel like it made everything weird. But this enemy exists because I was afraid the player wasn't going to get enough vitamin A. What?
Oh.
Sorry, Toby. Just a second. There's somebody's at the door.
I will be lonely.
Oh, well, hello. Look what we have.
That's giant Toriel plush.
Come on over here, Toriel. Plush.
I am no longer lonely.
And also, we have a magical chest. So let's open this up and see what we got inside. Oh, look at this.
Hear the magic as you open that chest out.
Look at this. Oh, it is a faded ribbon.
Wow, that looks way more faded than it did in rehearsals.
It sure did.
Toby, if you could pardon me for a second. Pardon my reach.
Pussy.
There we go. I think that looks great.
He looks really good.
That looks really good.
Well,
It'd
I
be
look
cool to
just
have,
like a ribbon.
We should all have such a thing around our neck.
Reed, this is kind of embarrassing, dad to dad, but do you know how to tie a tie?
Yeah, you need some help?
Yeah. We've seen this part anyway. Charlie, you don't mind? Keep
No,
Toby
you
company?
go ahead.
Okay.
I'll keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Sorry, everybody, we're back. Well, and I thought everyone was talking about Newbert.
Oh, my man.
Yeah. So I had this Newbert tie made. Now it's completely useless.
Well, I mean, it's not too late.
I mean, I think it actually is too late.
You
But if
look
you guys
like
want
Bob
to
of Sponge.
try, I don't want to interrupt you while you're working on this, but like I heard like there was some, like there was going to be like new content or something. Are we getting to that soon?
I'm not sure. Well, it must be further ahead. But
Okay, I just don't want to bore people this early.
that's
You
all
think like maybe they changed the pie?
That could be it.
That sprite looks a little different than I remember.
Maybe eventually.
I think they used less paint in the.
I'm gonna be
If there will be new content, it will just be special for the stream though.
It's true, yeah.
Look with your eyes and enjoy. Right after my game came out in 2016 or something, I went to an event. And there were some fans there and they told me that they had a theory. That there was another kid named Toguri. So that's been a thing for a really, really, really long time, LOL. It's kind of funny that it became a meme recently.
Every dad has had this conversation with their child. They always try to leave the ruins.
Yeah.
I'm glad about this battle. Even though the design is esoteric, I think it really lends to it. In my opinion, people defeating Toriel violently on their first time by accident and resetting is possibly the best outcome. Also, this is a very known fact, but the music for this battle, Heartache, was made for fighting Joker in the proto version of Deltarune I never made 13 years ago. I have said elsewhere, but one inspiration for Toriel was, I wanted to have a mother character in a game that was actually a character beyond being a mother. I'm not saying it's necessary to tell stories my way, but I just wanted to try something I hadn't seen much of before in RPGs. People don't remember the demo, but at one point this game was only the ruins. So that's why Floey has tons and tons of dialogue after just doing this one sequence. Floey said he was Prince. More like the artist formerly known as Prince. The famous reverse symbol sample from Fruity Loops or whatever. This title noise is my mountain was. It's foreshadowing to the fact that I'm going to use reverse symbols over and over and over and over and over again.
Toby, can you make a quick reverse?
Everyone
symbol
looks nice and snug. What a beautiful set.
Yeah, we're nice and warm here.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but it really
How
cooled off.
do we think that he broke that stick? I would like to think that he hit it with a second bigger stick. Or maybe it had dynamite installed in it. This ambience doesn't loop correctly, so it has clicks in it, LOL. Famous story about Sans that everybody knows starts like this. Jones, my friend, the famous skeleton lover. We are talking loves Jack Skellington. One of their favorite games is Grim Fandango. They had a comic called Helvetica, about a world of skeletons, where the main character is a skeleton called Helvetica. Now everybody knows Helvetica is a very respected font. And to be really annoying, I decided that I would put in my game 2 skeletons named after the most annoying fonts of all time. Comic Sans and Papyrus. Hating on those fonts was a big meme around that time. But what's funny is that since my game came out, I basically don't see anything about those fonts anymore.
The Comic Sans
Anyway,
Apologists
Jones
have
thought Papyrus
gone.
was really cute and Sans was really cool. So everybody wins. I think if you fundamentally get down to the fundamentals of my humor, it really just comes down to 2 wacky guys. I think the pinnacle of this kind of comes with SpongeBob. But maybe it's deeper. Even when I was like 5, when playing around, I made my left hand and my right hand into different characters, Hand and Loki, and one of them was Goofy, and the other was a comedic foil, and they were always fighting each other. Also occasionally Loki would turn into a third one called Ryo that was basically like Ryu from Street Fighter, but we don't talk about him.
Could you do me a favor, Dan, and keep this going? I really want to test something. There's this very conveniently shaped lamp over here, and I want to see if I can manage this.
Yeah, I wonder if you.
Eh?
Just your giant public. Well, I can see you, but I'm not, you know.
You're at exactly the wrong end.
Yeah.
That's a perspective puzzle. I
Many
love how-
monsters in this area were designed by my friend Magnolia Porter, who drew the comic Monster Pulse. She drew monsters and then I gave them ridiculous personalities that had nothing to do with what they look like. So for example, the Snowflake Dragon is a teenage comedian for some reason. This dog was drawn on a piece of paper in class. I thought it was so epic and funny that he laughs like a dog. By the way, if you make 2 things blue and white in your game, make sure that the blue is actually blue and not cyan, because colorblind people might have trouble distinguishing them. You might not like to hear this, but I'm more of a cat person than a dog person. I never had a dog, but you know who really liked dogs and had a dog? It was Temmie Dun Dun Dun.
Oh,
Temmie had a Pomeranian named Kibble, and so for a while I was all about Pomeranians. I had an image of a Pomeranian I just kept sending her over and over again. I would tell her I had concept art and then I would just send her the image instead. There was one point where we had a Pomeranian and I just kept editing it to be longer and longer. I think that's why we ended up putting lesser dog in the game. I don't know, it was 12 years ago. By the way, I have great ideas if you get a dog. If you have a dog, you could name it Micro Cabin. If you have a cat, you can name it Zach the Art of Visual Stage. If you have a fox, you can name it Harry the Fox Series. If you have a bird, you can name it Frey in Magical Adventure. If you have a jerboa, you can name it Sea Lane. There's no more facts and I said all of them. Chara inning. Name change.
name change time.
All right.
Oh man! All right, so we are past 50,000.
So congratulations to Kara fans.
No Tobler.
No Toblerones.
This dog is the best enemy in the game. Once I made this part. Before the game was out, I walked around comic conventions and showed it to people on my laptop. That was a great memory.
Is that 12? I think it was 12.
Overflowing off the top
Toby
of the
Bob
screen.
sometimes doesn't know when to let a joke go. I'm taking this chance to drink my pet sweat.
Hey,
I like how his face goes over the bubble.
That's-
Look at this epic puzzle that slows the game down. That option is really important, so make sure you choose burger or fry. Sans music was also made for Proto Deltarune. It was originally for a gym in Card Castle where Rudens were going to be working out, and one of them says the brain is the strongest muscle of all.
Yeah. I think that might be my regular size Toriel plush.
Dorb.
You want to go check on that?
Sorry to interrupt, Toby, but we're gonna answer the door here and see what we get.
I'm going to be lonely.
Look
It's okay,
who
we
we've
got
got.
another friend for you.
It's
I'm
another
not lonely
Toriel.
anymore.
I'm gonna keep
I like having friends.
back to Toblerone's.
Pensive Togurone is a great like Dreamcast JRPG subtitle.
Man,
It would be a bad mascot puzzle game.
Like a skillful papyruses.
It's a lump of sands with the word snow written on it. To talk about another enemy again. The enemy Jerry is based off of a joke I made up in high school with my friend about a fictionally annoying character named Jerry. There was this flash animation on the Starman forums that this one guy made. There was a stick figure guy outside looking up at the smiling sun and he was like, "I love you, Mr. Sun." And then the sun was like, "I don't like you though." And then one of the rays of sun coming off of him flew into the guy and stabbed him and killed him. Then it warned you to wear sunscreen.
It's a PSA.
I think this is lost media.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah, so I guess the animation has some like, I don't like anybody. Whereas Jerry, it's more, I don't like you in particular.
Yeah. A beautiful conveyance.
In Earthbound there is that one guy in a hotel work you talk to him like 30 times he gives you $50.
Yeah.
That was the inspiration for these snowballs. I mean snow puffs.
Man,
Temmie definitely drew the armor of this guy. But I think I definitely drew all of the faces on him.
that's what I was about to ask.
Did anyone have the book How Dogs Really Work by Alan Snow?
No.
I didn't have a dog but I did have that book. I'm looking at a screenshot of that book How Dogs Really Work, and I'm noticing that it has a lot of explanatory arrows pointing to things and naming them. When I was a kid I would draw a lot of stupid illustrations with arrows pointing to things and a name like that. Temmie drew even more parts to this deadly machinery like a cannon and stuff, but we ended up not using them. I think the rotating dog is the best graphic in the game. I never get tired of it ever. The music in this area is one of the only songs I can actually play on the piano and it sounds good. I think a rapper sampled this song without permission and Sebastian Wolf got mad. Gotta have a good rest.
This is Mr. Saturn. I love the middle one. You just tooting.
That was awesome. It sounded like Carlos. Famous noise of the Carlos.
I love
Always been there.
I love Snowden because it's one of those classic RPG towns that you just want to just run around and just keep exploring.
Yeah.
Like you would have a save there, just like load up when you want to just like listen to music and just talk to the characters.
Ice Wolf aka Jimmy Hot Pants. Did anyone else get word searches in school as assignments?
It was a very useful way for the teacher to do something else for a little while.
Yeah, it was like
I
last
was
day of
getting
school.
that in middle school.
Very cold.
I don't remember how I made this. Obviously it's something that got mirrored. I like when he says you're blue. That was one of the best things I ever thought of. A famous thing about Papyrus is that his theme song was originally Lancer's theme from 2012 Deltarune concept. And his battle theme was also the battle theme from that game concept. Imagine every single battle being Bonatrus LOL. I was trying to do a lot of twists in this game. It was a lot easier to do when people had never been pre-exposed the concept of me doing a twist before. Now it's almost expected for me to do something crazy here and there. There was no poll for saying what a loser. Rip off. I'm not gonna lie, when I wrote some of the lines of this game I thought about people taking screenshots of them.
Maybe we can just go ahead and just proceed with verse stands right now.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all right.
Yeah, I think that was a
think-
pretty good time to go ahead and do that.
And we're pretty
Yeah,
far
we should
past
verse
it.
sans.
Yeah. Let's verse.
All right, everybody, that was verse stands.
Amazing. It was worth every dollar.
For now, we will commence the hangouts.
I love that you
Two
give me the
targets
option
have
to
also been added. We need 2.5k to hang out with Napstabluke and 2.5k to buy punch card. I drew the graphics for him holding the book and stuff. That's why it looks so bad lol. Originally Papyrus had better in-game graphics for emoting drawn by Gozusuru. Technically I could have used it because it looks amazing, but famously I said that the problem is that if this graphic looks good the rest of the graphics will stick out. I wanted to make a habit of lowering the expectations of the player. Something quite famous about this date is that the earlier version, the way that Papyrus dumped you was really cruel and sudden. When Jones played it, they cried.
Oh, sorry, Jones.
And I was like, okay, maybe I should change it. But also, Jones really loves skeletons, so Jones would be biased. When Claire and Andrew played it, they also got sad. And yet another friend when they also played it. So I was like, okay, pretty much everybody hates this, so I guess I gotta make it nicer. Do you like his clothes?
I love his
Dude.
wall-eyed expression.
I definitely drew the graphics for his special outfit. We didn't investigate his fried chicken legs.
Oh yeah, we
damn
missed
it.
a little bit there.
It's okay, it will only be lost forever.
That's true.
Papyrus fried chicken legs is lost media. Anyway, about Papyrus dumping you hard. I thought I was doing something interesting because I hadn't really seen any games where the character you like dumps you really hard. Don't get mad at me because I haven't heard of Doki Doki Dumpy Dumpy 2000 for Windows 98. Speaking of the influence of friends, there was this one friend that was insistent that Toriel was perfect. Like, from an objective to character standpoint, not as like praise. They were just like, there's nothing actually wrong with her, she's like what, too nice. This kind of encouraged me to more obviously show her various flaws over time. I know it's not very popular to show negative things about your characters, but I think it's really important for them to have depth. Caring, loving, good, kind people can still have things they need to work on. It's those imperfections, and overcoming or living with those imperfections that make us all human. That being said, I think my friend was probably wrong in the first place. LOL, they like pretty messed up characters, so even after all the extra stuff I wrote, I don't even know if they would still count them as flawed. You have to be at least one Vriska tall to ride this ride.
I guess, yeah.
We'll just set it up.
Okay, yeah. I'm pretty hungry, so I think I'm gonna.
Yeah. Yep. You guys interested?
Yeah, give me a sec. Let me get through this real quick, and y'all go ahead. I know a shortcut.
I'm hungry too.
All right. Well, let's let Toby. Toby.
Yeah, Toby. We'll bring you
forget
yours.
Toriel.
You're busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, take Tori.
She's
little
also
Toriel.
hungry.
All right. Yeah. I know a shortcut.
Big Toriel is hungry.
You want to, something going on behind the TV there. Oh, man.
Yeah. What is this? This is disgusting. I'm glad we got it off the TV.
Can you guys hear me on the voice to text side?
Sure can.
The fathers now have normal audio, actually Reed and Dan do not. Dan and Reed have been silenced for their crimes.
There's a tutu lying on the
Tutu.
ground. Oh, it sounds like
You
there's...
get that?
Yeah, someone at the door. Oh, look at this.
It's our old friend Chess.
That's another magical chest. Let's see what we've got here. Ah, look at this. Un tutu.
Oh.
That's French for the tutu.
Oh, okay. Real.
Your Tutu.
Man, Banjo Kazooie has changed you, Reed. Producers, does a dog wear a tutu like this or like this?
Yeah, long ways. Definitely long ways.
Yeah, I think this looks better.
You're the boss, I have no control.
If
It's
Kara-
awesome how Undyne's eye fades out slower than the rest of her body. That was my biggest effort. The famous story about Aaron is that there's two reasons that I made this character. One is that my friend Aaron asked me as a joke if he could be a monster in the game, like a really buff strong one. The second thing is that at the time Tammy really hated both mussels and horses and thought they were disgusting, so I combined both of those things into one monster and made her draw it to annoy her. Aaron from real life doesn't really care about Bob 2 perhaps. This area focuses more on atmosphere. I thought it was important to have a break from areas where you are constantly assaulted by goofy or motherly interactions non-stop. Otherwise there's no contrast, and everything is only interesting because of contrast. I will say I had trouble making it interesting when it was just Undyne, so I introduced the character of Monster Kid designed by Magnolia Porter. That offers some contrast vs Undyne and also goes with the human and monster theme. It's not the most fleshed out thing, but it's not really the right time in the story for a deeper kid friendship if that makes sense. Woshua is based off of a drawing that Omoke made a really long time ago. I think she just posted some random cute weird drawings on Twitter and I was like, I think I just made an enemy design that was blatantly inspired by it and I was like I should probably ask permission for this, so I did. Kind of as a trade for that after the fact, I designed an enemy for her in her game. It's a Jason ripoff that only shows up in the real world. Is the mouse a monster or a monster that was like a mouse?
Does it have a set of eyes somewhere underneath the mouse?
Yeah.
Make you like question whether what you're looking at?
Maybe the cheese is a type of mouse.
Really wondering about that mouse. The little white guy that asks about stars and if you can eat a star, that guy is also a Kickstarter backer reward. I don't remember what the details of the concept was. I think it was supposed to be a guy that wants to eat everything. This guy ate my memories of the event.
Oh,
wait.
okay. From the control room.
Yeah. If we can get a,
Yeah, get him tight on this.
yeah. Yeah, get this mouse on the Chiron, please. All right. The control room is drawn a sketch of.
I guess a muscular horse that attacks you with sweat is pretty home-stuck. Sorry, looking at mouse.
Yes, yes. It's we have reason to believe that a mouse like this is involved in save rooms across Undertale.
He
Yeah.
has Celia.
If you have any more information or shoes for a dog, please get in touch. We believe it uses its flagellum to locomote.
New mouse lore dropped.
Yeah, we could probably get a
I
ball.
wish to play with the sphere.
Control room, could we get a sphere?
Okay, yeah, we're working to conjure a sphere.
They've got something that's almost a sphere. Oh, not yet,
I
it's a
wish
sphere
to
now.
access the orb.
There you go.
I'm begging. I feel whole. I absorb it.
Oh. You know what? This is probably a more appropriate one here. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
There's a better sphere.
This is Toby, for your big day, how's this one look for you?
It looks like a red and I like it.
Okay.
The background of the castle, the famous castle, was drawn by Marigot and in top 10 most famous drawings of all time. Maybe not, but I like it. Ever since I made that dummy at the beginning, I wanted it to have some sort of consequence for how you interacted with it. It was fun to be able to remix the song from earlier. This is the house of a ghost and that's why it's scary and I'm scared and I can't leave. My friend from college that I haven't talked to for many years was a small bit of inspiration for Napstablook here, listening to music and making mix CDs. He had the shirt of roast beef from Achewood that says I'm the guy that sucks and I have depression. Don't read that comic if you're a kid. Anyway, I don't know if he liked being one of the ingredients for the Napstablook recipe, but hopefully he does, otherwise it would be really weird.
Do it again.
Everybody on the floor, everybody do the dinosaur. Hopefully the people watching are also asleep.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Just gotta listen to this for a while. This is a great music. The snail with the long nose is actually a Kickstarter backer reward. Somebody wanted a snail with a long nose or something. Talking about other games, but the joke about him saying I'm old is something I made up when I was like in middle school. Validating to my child self that people still think it's funny. This is Temmie, she's famous for being Temmie. But I have a few things to say. First of all, Tem is not designed by Tem.
Wait, what?
Her friend Betty Kwong randomly drew a sketch of what she thought Temmie would look like as a creature crossing the street. So I decided to implement it in the game even though it's not actually Temmie. The talking style of the creature was based off of Temmie's way of talking in 2015, but no longer. Actually, Temmie had mixed feelings about being identified with the Temmie Undertale creature so much. Tem is actually human and not just game character, and also make thing besides Undertale, including her own games and other stuff. And also became a loaf once. I think most people don't say that stuff to her anymore, but she doesn't even say hoi anymore. Hoi died. I searched my chat with Temmie for last 4 years. Hoi 0 results.
No.
Anyway, other fact. In the code of the game there's actually unused code to control Temmie's attack with the long legs that runs back and forth. I wanted to make a mini game where you control this called leg. You could get extra legs as extra lives. And you would dodge fire, etc.
Oh man.
But there's no leg. Nothing good is ever made in this world. Be realistic and go back to work. Yeah. The mushroom guy here was actually a Kickstarter backer character and originally had like some sort of crazy situation where he was stuck in a single place and could not move and had depressing dialogue.
Muscle dude.
Boy?
I love how she, just as they have a deep history, doesn't say anything else. That's one of my favorite jokes. People still don't know what the voice sample in the background is, and I'm glad, thank you. I wanted the characters in the game to feel like real people, and I tried really hard to make their personalities come through. At the same time, each character was created with a specific reason to fulfill a necessary role in the story. Of course, each character has multiple purposes, but to just say things in the terms of the game. Flowey was created to present the issue of fight vs mercy. After Flowey tricks you, Toriel is there to test your trust and show how your choices matter. Papyrus is supposed to be a character that is extremely merciful and thus is nearly guaranteed to be your friend, and have relationships with the next characters. Undyne is supposed to be the first character you can't spare in a typical fashion. Metaton is there to be a sexy robot. Basically, each character presents a case of exploring the story via the game mechanics. Each character was firmly planted in the role, but as I wrote them, they developed more and more into fleshed out characters. I mean, there is some degree of like, I want a sexy robot, I want to have a funny skeleton, I want an annoying spam email. A properly charming character can really help carry the game. But yet many people ask me over and over again, how do you make your characters? And the main thing is, you make a story. Characters don't exist without a story. Purpose and function first, personality etc. later. Honestly, that was the hardest thing about having to release the first chapter of Deltarune. Most important characters from Light World show up in chapter 1, so the story needed to be kind of locked in. I mean, how stupid would it be if, like in chapter 5, I have to introduce Ascari's big brother who never showed up until now. Read more.
Toby there.
Toby, this is for you.
Like
That is a plush of the new brand,
Omu Rice. I think is its name.
but it will not go to charity, so don't think about it.
Speaking of green,
In the battle it says that she smells like sushi. I told the translator to keep this the same in Japanese, even though sushi actually just means vinegared rice over there. It was fun making this battle system. I tried to choose systems that would be intuitive for people to play even if they didn't have deep knowledge of a given genre. Go back to your house with your Stark lighting. Good news, we made to Spicy World, aka Hotland. Definitely the stupidest named one of all of them, but that's why it's good. The greatest thing of all is this crazy house, which was designed by Gigi and sprited by Chess.
yeah, it's good stuff. I don't know chess sprite.
I wanted a house that would be good to catch on fire, and therefore I thought it would be good if it was a fish because of the delicious grilled smell. I wonder she lived underwater with all the other guys first and then only got to move out here because of her position as the royal guard. I have no idea, man, I'm asking you guys. Thank you for using the door. This scene was actually much shorter originally, but Jones mentioned that the pacing felt weird when they played it, so I tried to slow it down by having you make tea, etc. Obviously her name comes from a mispronunciation of the word Undine, a water fairy referenced in a lot of different media such as Secret of Mana. I always mispronounced that word as a kid, and I still do because I don't like pronouncing it the other way. Later I thought it was cool that her name sounded like Undying, so that also served another purpose. I drew her non-armored overworld design by myself. Again, that's why it looks bad. Actually I drew everything in this room by myself, which is pretty obvious. The first game where every single element looks like Grandpa's bed from Stardew Valley. I think at first people might think that Undine and Susie are pretty similar characters, and definitely they are in a kind of a loose sense. Intimidating strong girls who care deeply about their friends, and also maybe something about that one shy girl. But the difference is that Undine in her current form that we meet of her is part of the establishment. She is the law, she has friends, she has cartoonish physical power, and she can be extremely stubborn when she thinks she's right. Basically her humor comes from how extreme she is. Meanwhile Susie just wants to grill and chill. End of analysis. I tried to think of many different interactions to proceed that would be more unique than simply progressing text, like Papyrus' moment of looking at clothes. I think I said in a recent interview, but because Undine taught Papyrus to cook, you kind of need to consider like, maybe Papyrus isn't bad at cooking inherently. Maybe he could be an amazing chef, if somebody else was teaching him. It's easy to imagine Toriel teaching him how to do things properly and then he becomes great at it. And then Undine ends up being taught by him somehow. This is my fanfic I imagined right now. But yet I want all the characters outside of the ruins to really care about Ascari and each other. I think it really ties into this question of what you're supposed to do when you finally meet him. Great picking up animation. This is how things look when I draw them myself. Rotation tool of MS Paint. I got cured by eating antidote. There's a button that allows me to do a backflip. The only thing I can do. There is also a parking button. I got poison and ate antidote really fast. You never know when I'm going to do it. I don't know what to draw her hands, so she has really weird small hands, or maybe that's the right size, I don't know. Look at her small and fragrant hands that smell like vinegar. Now I know you're not just wimpy loser, you're a wimpy loser that has a button that allows them to do the backflip whenever they want. I can smell the sweet sweat of burnt fish house. Fangamer should sell it as a fragrant oil.
Those
You
are
can
actually-
only hear the noise of my struggle. So at this point onward, when developing the game, Temmie was more or less completely busy with school, so I had to draw a lot more until the end of the game. Clarivoire drew dog food.
As you said, the dog food's really
Clarivoire drew
good.
dog food. Clarivoire drew dog. I drew a lot of Alfie slab, which is why it looks like that from the inside and outside, and why the perspective of the chainsaw is whack. Did draw some concept art for the X version, but I was the only person around to draw the actual sprite, so it ended up way more simplified. I feel like my tendency / enjoyment making horrible, crazy, unwinnable joke situations was able to be showed off in full here. Anyway, did I explain what the origin of Alfie's name is? She was created most probably of 3 visual ingredients. That lizard guy from Super Barber Mario, by the way I never played that game, Lisa Simpson, and John Egbert. Misremembering her appearance, that's why she has the Lisa Simpson necklace on the date outfit. I just realized that both Lisa and Marge Simpson both have necklaces.
Yeah, I was gonna say they both have like pearl necklaces.
Do you think that's a genetic feature passed down from the mother? Originally this is where we were going to have the green radioactive fox on a skateboard and sunglasses. This is the art drawn by Cap.
Wow. Oh man, there's so much good stuff in here.
You can see the font. Yeah. Worm on strand.
Yeah, I see the worm.
Yeah.
How do I stop showing it? This is the part where you cook with a killer robot.
Check out this chainsaw.
Check out that great perspective on the chainsaw. Anyway, this is the part where you fly up in the sky and dodge milk, haha, so famous. This is not canon, but if it was canon there should be Milk Looker from Deltarune right now looking up at the milk that's falling down. I'm saying it now, but Milk Looker is probably the best character. Does anybody on the couch know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
I mean, I've got some
Everyone
ideas.
has their favorite joke characters, like Star Walker, Newbert, but Milk Looker is also the best one that showed up. Everyone has their favorite joke characters, like Star Walker, Newbert, but Milk Looker is also the best one that showed up. I messed up in chapter 4 because I made it so they disappear when you walk off the screen instead of insulting your family every time I cry. Clarivoire drew dog food. Do you guys know the name of the Honey Nut Cheerios bee?
Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. Is it Buzz? I feel like.
I don't know why I hang out with you guys.
Oh man, look at
Charlie,
the physics of this game are so realistic.
come on.
Originally I debated having Alphys show up as a hologram with you instead of just on the phone. Some people think that the name is a Homestuck reference, but actually it's a reference to the fact that it's a rope which likes fire. Originally I was going to have robots and stuff, but I decided that it's best if MTT is the only robot to make him more unique and for the story to make more sense. Originally there was more RG characters. Actually I originally thought of 6, but we ended up only doing 2. My other friend from College Girl Edition, who I don't think she's watching this, but if she is, sorry I lost your phone number. I had thought of insane evil situations for killing all the different characters, and one of them was like, you kill one of them and then the other inhales the dust of their dead friend and has a panic attack.
Jeez.
My friend did not like that concept at all. So I didn't do that, and probably good because it was too edgy.
But you have ideas.
Yeah. We could hear more about that scene with the dust and the panic
Time
attack,
for the
maybe?
famous school.
Oh yeah. Yeah, HH.
I wouldn't call it that.
Take a look at the top right, it's nice. He's cut off a little. That's fine.
That's enough. You get a sense of what's going on.
If I had 100 grand, I would make us fight Fiery with it.
My gosh. Tree looks familiar.
It's from earlier episodes of this show. So what about
This room
puzzle?
is like the room we saw before, except it will show up in the trailer.
All right, so we are battling Muffet thanks to the donations that we've received. $102,695. Not even counting the money that's currently being raised by the auctions.
Muffet, which is the character that is also a Kickstarter backer character by Michelle, who made Avis Demon. I like this purple mechanic, and you can even cheat and use donuts if you want to win, but Charlie will be strong and win with power of playing. There were kids that emailed me saying they couldn't beat the battle, and so I would beat the battle for them and then send them their save file back. I am still proud of the attack patterns and stuff. I think it's fun. Chess didn't draw dog food.
That's too crazy.
Yeah, I can almost imagine it, but not quite.
Yeah. Too tough to visualize.
Originally, depending on the ways that you danced with him by walking around the screen, he would have different text reactions. In the final game, I decided to cut all of this text because it just felt weird. Or maybe it was a bug that it never showed up. I don't remember. But what's really strange is that when we made the Xbox version, for literally no reason that I can tell in the code, his text reactions started showing up again. This was not intentional, and there's no reason for it in the code, and there is no discernible reason for this happen at all. I guess he just really wanted to dance with a human.
Oh.
Is Charlie going to be able to solve the maze of destiny?
Charlie, think you can do this?
The TTS.
Yeah, well, that was... Nope.
We're
Oh,
cooked.
I think I see it. Nope, I'm done.
Never mind. Charlie, I'm just happy that happened after Muffet.
Yeah.
So people saw what you were capable of.
Yeah.
I don't want to cause an international incident, but all the rare characters kind of do look like they're drawn by French people. I leave
Is
as an
that
exercise
compliment
for the
or a
audience.
negative to the French? I had fun making the song. I wanted to make a song that uses the NES noise channel as an instrument. I should invent a button that lets you shoot lemons. The first skinless dateable. Now we will enter into battle.
You met your skinned dateable on Starman.net, is that right?
I certainly did.
Yeah, me
yes.
too.
It's responsible for the diorama. There's currently $5,000 in bidding.
It's great, always be closing.
Yeah. What do you think, Charlie?
We did it.
All right, we beat him.
That was a little anticlimactic.
Somebody at the door.
Get into battle
Okay.
with Sans and use his
Plus warm weather
attacks.
clothes for the dog.
Yeah. 3D tutorials at the door.
Close the door!
Ah, say no more, guys. I'll tell her we're busy. Sorry, 3D tutorial, but I think it's just a piñata. That means it's full of candy.
No. Time out!